Hello there, Aries. Welcome to my reading and thank you for joining me. I am doing your reading, Aries. Wonderful sign. You represent vitality and excitement, enthusiasm, ambition, personal growth, creativity, and energy. You represent birth, spiritual enlightenment, starting anew, new beginnings, inventiveness. It's wonderful to have you. Your ruling planet is Mercury, and you also have influences of Mars. Actually, Mars is your ruling planet. Amazing. So thank you for joining me for your reading. So this is your reading. Let's see, it's going to pop out in a little bit. Okay. Here's your reading, Aries, for the month of March 2016. This is a general reading. Now, you have an interesting reading here, very cool. You have all the four major influences. You have air, fire, water, and earth. All four are being represented here. The air is represented by the swords. The fire is represented by the wands. Water is represented by the cups. And earth is represented by the pentacles. So, I would like to begin your reading with the center card. Okay, so the Ace of Wands, and over here in this image, it's in Spanish, As de Bastos. I bought this deck in Antigua, Guatemala a couple of months ago. It's the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, but it is in Spanish. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool. So I've been using it, and I hope you like it. So at the center, at your core, you are the As de Bastos, the Ace of Wands. Now, if you look at this card, it's really beautiful. Here is a hand lifting up a wand with little new green leaves sprouting all around this branch or this wand, which could mean different projects or rebirths, new beginnings. In the distance, we have a sparse landscape, and in the distance there is like a castle. What does all of this mean for you, Aries? First of all, it's important to know that the ace cards are like pathways, portals between the energies of the major arcana and the energies of the minor arcana. They are the in-between cards. So this means that they allow for forces to come into your life, powerful forces, important energies to come into your life. The ace cards are always interpreted as positive, as beneficial, and life enriching and enhancing. So for you, it also represents individuality, singularity, bringing numerous forces together, or beginning projects, enterprises, distinctive events that might be surrounding you at this point in time or beginning to come out for you. As I said before, these leaves that are sprouting out of this branch, this wand, indicate that this card is connected to the beginnings, to life. It can also mean windows of opportunity. And for you, maybe there is, well, you'll know. You'll probably be able to understand basically what might be going on in your life, but it's also like inviting you to embark on this new beginning, and it's in the center. So maybe it's you do new beginnings all the time, right, Aries? So it's something that you're used to, and it's it's inviting you. But from the center, let's look at the top left, your first card, which is showing up for you. And what you have is El Caballo de Espadas, or El Caballero de Espadas, which is the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is an air energy, and it's an air energy because it's got the sword, which symbolizes communication, fast movement. All right, so this Knight of Swords is, like I said, a fast energy. It's hasty. It could be somewhat opinionated, actually highly opinionated probably, action oriented, and like I said, communicative. It can be sometimes a little scattered, um, but it does show us a young man, and he's wearing his armor to defend himself. And he is going very fast in his white horse. He's dressed very well, and he is going right into the battle, right into the action, very quickly. His sword is lifted up into the air, ready to strike. The white horse um, symbolizes white symbolizes purity, and this horse symbolizes purity and intellectual energy, or in other words, it's an intellectual energy that's clean, that's pristine, that's pure. That's the white horse, and this is also the rider, motivates the rider. Intellectual energy, clear, pure intellectual energy is what's stimulating this rider. The sky behind him is filled with stormy clouds, and the trees are tossed wildly in the wind. As you can see, they're bending over wildly in the wind. Um, so there's a lot of wind energy going on here, for sure. Let's see. Now, if you look at his harness, the horse's harness, it's got some really cool little decorations on it. And if you kind of zoom in, you can see that, well, maybe in this card it doesn't show very well, but he's got like little images around the harness, finely decorated harness. So this is an important night. It's an important energy, or what the night is embarking is important, which is intellectual pursuits. Also, the knight's cape, it's red, and also it's a very fine cape, and it's also and his shirt. His shirt seems to have like some embroidery on it, and he's wearing his gloves for protection. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. And let's see, what else? Well, he is charging forward with great momentum. So this is a forward energy. It's not a back energy, going back energy. It's going forward. And maybe going forward so fast that he is not aware of dangers or things he might encounter down this path that maybe he might regret later. And that's what this card means. And it's at the beginning of your reading. All right. Now, Aries, you have a lot of wands in your reading. You have the Two of Wands. I think that's the Ten of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands. So that's three Wands cards that you have in your reading. And this is important because the Wands are associated with primal energy or spirituality, inspiration, determination, strength, intuition. Well, we've already discussed a lot of things. But what the Wands really are indicating is action to get things done. It's the things that we do to build our physical world. It's the action that we do. It's the things that we do every day that keep us busy. Working in the office, working at home, working outside in the garden, they indicate movement. Ideas list, to-do list, etc. Those are the wands. It's a wonderful energy, and we're all involved in this energy um, every day. So the Two of Wands represents having personal power, being bold. Um, it also shows originality or represents originality in your own style, being a pioneer, Aries, um, trying different approaches, etc. It's a very, very powerful card. Um, it stands for um, it means bringing the powers of the universe and bringing them down to our daily earth activities. um, so it's kind of a divine card because you are because in this card the power is always coming from the holy, from the divine. So now this could represent or could indicate that that power is a major issue for you or in a specific situation. Um, it could mean that either you or someone else has it or wants it. When this card shows up, it's important to look at your goals carefully and look at the activities also that you're doing very carefully to make sure that you are using this power in a wise manner. So I guess also don't support this blessing of power that you're receiving for the sake of just doing what you want, but take this gift and use it to mold your environment in positive ways, to do positive things for yourself and for others. Um, it can also indicate that you are receiving an extra dose of daring and inventiveness, either you or someone close to you. Uh, if you see this card also, it can mean that you should um, trust in the fact that maybe the time is right now to to launch into a new project, a new creative process, a creative move that will really make an impression on other people. So it's an interesting card. It's a very good card. Um, so if we look at the reading again, take a look at that. We'll see that at the center we have the Ace of Wands, which is you. An invitation, or you're embarking in some new creative project, or this is like your energy, creation, embarking, taking on. Okay, but you're starting off very quickly in this project. You're all excited and you're just like all gun ho and ready to go without really, maybe without really thinking about it. Okay, so that would be the Knight of Swords up there. The Knight of Swords. It could be indicating that you're moving quickly, very, very quickly, into this new project. And the following card, the Two of Wands, is probably maybe telling you to slow down, to take it easy, to kind of consider your options and consider your paths in achieving this goal. Now, you have one, two, three number two cards. You have the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and oh no, just those two. And the Two of Pentacles is following you. Well, what does that mean, Aries? I mean, the Two of Pentacles is following your Two of Wands card, which the Two of Wands is indicating to kind of get in touch with that higher power, that higher spiritual power that you are channeling or that's coming your way. Maybe to reflect on this journey that you're about to embark. He is not facing us. He's facing away from us. And I think this is you. All right. Now, so I think he's not, and he's just like meditative there. He's just standing there. He's and holding this globe, which could represent the idea or the creative project, or whatever it is that you're thinking of embarking or achieving, or what's exciting you, making you excited and giving you all that energy. But he's like meditating. He's looking out beyond the path, out the path that maybe towards the path that he needs to take. Both the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands, they're both facing away from us. They're like, but the first one is it moving away very quickly, movement, physical movement. The second card is standing still. Now that third card, the Two of Pentacles. If you look at this card closely, I love this card, the Two of Pentacles. The young man, and he's juggling, playing with these pentacles. And he's kind of clownish looking. He's got that long red hat, and he's dressed like a page, like a young man who maybe works in the court, entertaining the king and queen. He's juggling, and it looks like he's standing on some white sand. He's obviously close to the ocean because in the background you can see these waves and these two ships going up and down the waves. So it reminds me very much of the dance of life, the Shiva and her dance of life, or his dance of life. Um, it's a really beautiful card. And the pentacles represent earth. They represent the things that we manage in the material world when we are here in the world. And the things we accumulate, and he's just juggling them. Um, it's a wonderful card. So, like I said, this card, the Two of Pentacles. evokes the whole idea of juggling, keeping everything in balance, which means, what people want from you, the things that you have to do, the things that you want to do, the things that you're dreaming of doing in the future, balancing all of these things, the work, responsibilities around the house, just everything. Um, Also, like if you're managing other people, getting people to work together, making sure everything's being done. It also kind of evokes flexibility, being flexible, adapting quickly to situations that are very different to what we're used to, feeling um, feeling able and free to try new things, new approaches, to kind of go with the flow, not letting changes freak you out, being open to changes, and most importantly, it evokes fun. Having fun, doing stuff that you enjoy, getting a kick out of life, taking some time off to play, um, being positive and feeling high, with life. Seeing the humor of situations, not taking things so seriously. Um, so it's a really great card. So this card is can let you know, or is letting you know, that you can juggle all of the demands made upon you, Aries, and that's usually the case with you because you have a lot of energy. In fact, you will probably love the excitement and all the and everything that's going and coming, in your life. You'll like the action. Um, so if you're not feeling very confident, it is asking you to believe in yourself. And it's also indicating that you probably have everything you need to meet every goal that you are seeking to achieve and more. So when you embrace the challenge, that's all right. Um, it also it's reminding us to be flexible, to kind of go with the flow, not to be so strict, so set in our ways. Sometimes, especially, when we're trying new things or embarking in new adventures or going to new places or meeting new people, we have to kind of be open to differences and changes. So, and it also, along with that, just, have fun, laugh, have a good time. And that's what this card is evoking to us and to you. And it could be that you have, if we go back to the reading here, it could be that you have these Two of Pentacles because you are feeling burdened. You are feeling like you have a lot. There you have the Ten of Wands, and following the Juggler, and this card, the Ten of Wands, it it it's evoking, it's representing the idea of overextending yourself, trying to take on too much. You could be taking all the blame for mistakes. It could also mean that. Taking on another debt, um, or working overtime a lot, doing a lot of the work yourself, uh, just having to do extra things and being burdened, and never having time to relax, feeling that you have to do one thing and then another and then another and then another. Um, um, that like maybe all the responsibility is falling on your shoulders, and or maybe you're struggling. You're you feel like you're climbing a mountain, carrying a heavy load. doing everything the hard way, or maybe you're experiencing resistance from somebody and they're making it really difficult for you, pushing against the current, having to work for every little thing that comes along. Nothing comes easy. That's what this card represents. Um, um, it could be telling you that maybe you're just doing too much. You're doing more than you should be doing. Maybe you're just pushing yourself too hard. With the endless amount of tasks and work and duties and responsibilities, and that maybe what you need to do is lighten up for the sake of your well-being and your health. Cut back on the amount of stuff that's going on, the amount of responsibility that you feel that is weighing you down. I mean, this is what it could be telling you. The Ten of Wands can also, let's see, could also mean that you are like holding the fort down. You're like responsible for a lot of stuff. Um, you may be getting the blame if something goes wrong, even though you're doing all the work, and so it's all your fault. Or you're being left alone to handle all of this by yourself, all of the responsibility by yourself. Or um, it could also mean that you need to step up, step forward, take charge, because maybe you are the only one who's capable of getting this organized or getting a project done, or getting people to just do what they're supposed to do, um, uh, clean up their own mess, just getting that kind of organization going. uh, it could also indicate that maybe your life is going to get a little tough for a time. And you're going to have to fight a lot for your goals, or to gain the goals, or the little steps to achieve your goals. That you will have to work really hard, struggle really hard, deal with people who aren't going to be exactly that supportive. So it's because of this, you have to really take care of yourself and lighten the load, and not get so expectative of what you think you can. Yes, yes, yes. That is very interesting, because it kind of makes sense with everything that's going on from what we've seen so far in your reading, right? That maybe you're rushing into a project and it's telling you to kind of like, in the first card, the king, the Knight of Swords, and then in the second and third card, the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, it's telling you to just like, maybe stop and think exactly how you're going to manage this, because maybe you're already weighted down with a bunch of other stuff that's going on in your life, indicated by the Ten of Wands, and that you need to kind of lighten your load and enjoy life a little bit more. But that you have this, your energy is to create, see, because that's your center card. That is you, the Ace of Wands. So you can't help yourself to have this energy. It's just advising you maybe um, to you know kind of slow that energy down a little bit, and you'll and to watch out for your health. And immediately after that, you have El Mundo, which is the world, which is a wonderful card. And then you have Reina de Oros, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And then you have the Two of Cups. And then you have Sota de Copas, the Page of Cups. Now that's a third 2 card. You have 3 number 2 cards. Wow, that is really interesting. I am just noticing this right now. You have also the 2 of Cups. And generally, these cards of 2s of the minor arcana, which are the 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords, and 2 of Pentacles. And you have all of them except the Swords. You have the 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and 2 of Pentacles. And they can generally indicate or represent or advise patience, balance, or extremes. And also the struggles. When there's extreme cases, when you have one extreme case on one side next to each other, and the the difficulties of balancing these extremes out in that process. Um, yeah, but looking looking at the 2 of Cups, uh, they can mean joining, connecting, a marriage or a union, connecting of friendships, establishing a partner, establishing relationships, a truce, healing in relationships or with other people, family members, bringing together things that are opposite or people that are opposite, letting bygones be bygones, coming to an agreement, declaring a peace, a truce, forgiving and forgetting, good ones. Um, Acknowledging an attraction, recognizing a bond that is developing, or accepting what your preferences are. Letting yourself go, letting yourself be drawn in, not being so, um, standoffish, or that's not the word I'm looking. Just letting yourself go in, not defensive, moving towards something, an attraction, not holding back. Um, let's see here. Um, Whenever there's two different forces that come together, there's a big potential of union, of bonding, of learning. So that can be the union of people, two people, lovers, friends, family, work groups, ideas, talents. Um, this card is telling you to look at the connections you have in your life. Maybe that's what it's saying. Especially maybe those that are one-on-one. So it's not a good time to stay apart if you have a significant other, or you're interested in somebody, or somebody's interested in you. It's kind of like, maybe it's a good time to kind of move forward with that. Um, to put the energy and work into it. Um, uh, it's maybe there were problems, and it's a good time to maybe forgive and forget. Maybe you're struggling with this or with something in a relationship, and you want to seek you want to reconcile. You want to seek a peace agreement, bring it back together again. This card is a welcome card in a reading. but it can also, you know, be a warning. Um, Especially it's a two, right? So um, it's if it's kind of showing the power of two people in love. um they can create this force between them, uh, uh a world that is exclusively theirs, and not inclusive to outsiders. Two's company, three's a crowd. So it's kind of like saying to make sure that if you have a tendency of that pairing off, um, that it is not going to create a disharmony in your situation. If you have a tendency of pairing, okay, with him, the two of us, and excluding a third person. So that could be the warning here with this card. Especially with the card you have before that, which is the Queen of Cups. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles. Sorry. The Queen of Pentacles, it could be somebody you know. Um, she's sitting in her earthly throne because the Pentacles represents the earth, the world, what's of the earth, the material plane, and it's earth. It's not air. It's not water. It's not fire, obviously. And she's surrounded by all this bountiful greenery and beauty, and she's dressed simply, but she's got a beautiful throne, and she's holding the pentacle, and she's a queen. So, who is this queen? Ahead of your two of cups, right? Your two of cups, your relationships, your twosomes and threesomes, right? Um, that's important to look at. Why is she there, right? Because usually these are people you may know. So, the Queen of Cups, obviously the cups represents water and it's emotional. So the Queen of Cups is loving. She's tender-hearted, and this can be a man too, a male energy. She's intuitive, psychic, and very spiritual. Um, um, she accepts, she's sensitive towards the feelings of others. She's easily moved, very empathetic towards other people's pain. She reacts with sensitivity and compassion. She senses the climate of a situation and is guided by her heart and by her instinct. She trusts her inner sense of what is true, her instinct. She's open to the unconscious. Has a well-developed sixth sense. Okay, this is a very powerful queen. She feels oneness with God and the universe. Okay, she sees the world as a holy place. Okay, she's a very powerful queen, and this is a powerful card, and perhaps it's asking you to think and feel as she does. For example, are you aware of the emotional climate around you and the people around you? Are you feeling loving towards them? Do you trust your heart? Do you trust your instinct? Have you received any intuitive messages? Are you listening to them? Are you pondering, considering them? Um, Do you feel somebody else's pain? Are you empathetic? Now, she can be either a man or a woman, like I said before, who are like her, or this could be you, but it's probably a man, another person close to you. Uh, let's see, it can also represent, let's see, an atmosphere, that kind of has this love uh, of acceptance and respect for feelings. So in this here, it is, maybe the tarot is telling you that what she represents, this energy, has important meaning for you at this time in your life. To let yourself be inspired by her and what she represents, and to have that be part of your life. Um, so anyway, Aquarius, I mean Aries, excuse me. Um, so in El Mundo, the world, the card that's right next to your center, the Ace of Wands, I think it's sending you a clear message, the tarot cards, with this is a major arcana, and it's the only major arcana you have in your reading, but you have some really cool cards. The world represents coming full circle, um, in terms of a relationship or a project or an adventure, something that one over partakes in, spiritual studies, or taking courses, or projects at work, or personal projects. We're constantly evolving in our projects as time goes by, and they involve a lot of like planning and getting our things together. And this is, I think, very representative of your reading. You are the Ace of Wands, and you're starting off as the energy of the Knight of Swords into a project or something, or it could be a relationship. And it's telling you with the Two of Wands to kind of like, take it easy with rushing into it, to kind of like meditate about it, get in touch with the higher powers. And then with the following card, it's telling you not to take it so seriously, to kind of have fun with it, to kind of balance the energies of everything that's going on in your life. Because according to the Ten of Swords, even though it could mean completion of a project, I think for you it means that you have a lot of stuff going on. And so with the World card, it's saying okay, it is time to it could be either telling you to complete some of these projects, to kind of find an ending or a full circle kind of thing with them, or that if you want to do this project fully in the full circle, I think that could be even more pertinent to what's going on in this reading, is that if you want to complete, if you want the world to complete this full circle going on here, you have to kind of look above, juggle, and be happy. All right, and if you look at what follows, be the queen. Be the Queen of Pentacles. Take on those characteristics. And then with the two of Cups, be willing to negotiate, make truces, if it's a relationship. And if you manage to do all of these things, you will come across the page your last card, the page of cups. And that's a beautiful card. This is a young man, and behind him the waters are kind of like flowing, easily flowing. The energy is easy going. And that's what you want. You want to achieve this energy. An easygoing, flowing energy that's content and happy, and not this speedy energy of the Knight of Swords, or this energy of the Ten of Wands. See how that one's above the other? And then the Queen at the bottom. It's like, okay, slow down. Take time to look around you, see what's happening around you. Okay? And yeah, I think that is your reading, Aries. Um, I think that it's giving you some really lovely suggestions, advice, and it's a beautiful reading for March of 2016. And I hope that you've enjoyed this reading, had fun listening to it as I had fun doing it for you. Have a wonderful month of March. May the forces be with you. And may your wishes come true. Take care of yourself. And see you next month. Bye-bye.